Hello everyone, welcome to our presentation. In here, right now, we will talk about ship's movement system. But now, we will focus on the propeller and the rudder of the ships. But first of all, I'd like to say sorry, sir, if we use Zoom meeting to present this presentation because none of us in the group can use the editing application. So I think this is the best way to present our presentation. Okay, now after that, I would like to introduce the group member of my group. First of it is Muhammad Defri Diandri with an RP 5019201042. And then after that, it's me, Rafly Nurrahman Tadjoedin, with an RP 5019201072. And the last one is Muhammad Khuluqunakwah with an RP 5019201094. And yeah, after that, this is the big picture of what that I will tell you about. And yeah, let me say, yeah, this in here, there is a number 1 until 10. The number one is a stern. Normally, people call stern is like a big wave of the ships. And number 2 is the rudder. Rudder is a steering of the ships that used to turn left or right of the ships. Yeah, rudder can change the direction of the ships to apa with change the wave of the water. And number 3 is a propeller. And number 4 is the blade of the propeller. Propeller can make the ship go forward or backward. And yeah, number 5 is a uh, is a seal of a stern that used to protect the propeller from dust or water and etc. And the rest of it, number 6 until 10, is it's called shaft. It used to connect the propeller with the machine in the engine room. Yeah, this is all the big picture of things that we will tell you. And after that, I will tell you about propeller. Propeller is a thing that change the energy from the machine into a motion energy or a push energy that could make the ships move forward or backward. And like what I said before, propeller is connected with a shaft to a machine in the engine room. Well, propeller is rotating by a main mover in the engine room. So the propeller is usually placed near a rudder of the ships. Well, I think that's it that I will tell you about propeller, and the rest of my presentation will be continued with the rest of my group members. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, my friend. I will continue in this presentation. For the first, I will to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Khuluqunakwah. My NRP is 5019201094. Okay, let's move to the monitor. I will explaining about the propeller type. For the first, in the left side, which is the first one, is fixed propeller. Fixed propeller, usually used for large ships with RPM, is relatively low and the resulting torque is high. Fuel consumption is more economical, noise or vibration is minimal. Usually designed individually, so it has special characteristic for a particular vessel, will have a value of efficiency optimum. This type of propeller most widely used in marine vessels. Fixed propeller generates thrust through the lift force generated by the propeller blade. And we move to the second one, controllable pitch propeller, or the short is CPP. Propeller type is adjustable pitch. This propeller is a ship's propeller with a lift step that can be changed according to needs. For example, for low RPM, a large pitch is used and high RPM is used with a low pitch. This propeller is also effectively used when the ship maneuvers and moves backwards by simply changing the rotation or changing the pitch direction of the propeller at constant rotation. This can significantly reduce the time it takes to change the propulsion of the ship and can make the most fuel consumption possible. This type propeller is usually used by fishing boats and tugboats. And the third one, propeller with nozzle. Nozzle serves to concentrate the flow so as to increase the value of the thrust. A kind of tube that is circular outside the blade that enters the propeller so that the water comes out of the propeller has a greater pressure or the efficiency will be higher. So the system reduces or concentrates the flow by creating a more efficient driving force and saving fuel. This type of propeller is usually used by stunt tugboat. Okay, let's move to the next slide. You can see in the monitor propeller blade. There are several types of blades from the propeller. There are 2 until 5 blades with different angle values. Okay, I think that is enough from me. Maybe my friend can continuing this presentation. Thank you.
Hello. Let me introduce myself before our presentation. Yeah, my name is Muhammad Defri Diandri, and I'm from Department Marine Engineering 2020, and my NRP is 5019201042. Okay, so in this time, I will explaining to you about rudder part. Yeah, right. So what is rudder? Rudder is a thing that used to adjust the direction of the movement of a ship, boat, submarine, and another water vehicle. But actually, in the theory, rudder can change the direction of a ship because it changed the direction of the water wave. Okay, but basically, not only water, it fluid. It changed the direction of fluid. What is fluid? Fluid, it can be air or water, but in this case, we discuss about ship, and so the fluid in this case is water. All right. So how rudder works? I will explaining to you how rudder works. So imagine this paper is rudder. So you can see, oh, just like this, right? And this is my hand is streamline of water. So when the streamline is meet the rudder, all right, it the direction it keeps stabilized when the rudder is straight, right? But when the rudder is turned to right or to left, all right, the streamline is also turn the direction. So when the rudder is turned right, just like this, the direction of the streamline of water wave, it's turning just like this. It turned the direction of water streamline, water wave direction. All right. It's same when you turn the rudder to the left. Okay. So that's how rudder works actually. Okay. That's the theoretically and the basically how rudder works and what is the rudder. And any type of rudder, commonly rudder have 3 types. First, space rudder, just like in my view is on my left, all right, space rudder. And in the middle, we can see semi-space rudder, or we can call it twin screw. And the last one in my right view is semi-space ruler. Okay, basically we can see this ruler commonly in many variative shapes. Okay, and only that what I can presenting to you. And thank you for paying attention in this presentation. Me and my friend is also says thank you to paying attention, and we're very glad if you have any question to ask to us. Okay, so once again, thank you and sorry for any mistaken in this presentation. See you next time.